Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.
Just get the last session because
But then your phone number. Oh yeah, phone number is there.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what we had started is we had to start to look at our offering here to all of this. And for each one of these offers, you should literally have to answer this set of questions, which is the same as the white sheet. And you should literally have from the back the pain point. So any of this, a blog, you don't need to have fully, like there is no reason to have full features. Like here we have 7 features, like 9, and you have like 14 different features. We are not doing 14 different features for every single thing here. Okay? However, you must have a benefit here, and you must have an idea, the 3 pain point for people must read or must interact with this blog, the 3 pain point where you are the only one providing this blog and nobody else. This is a kind of concept or framework I want you to work on.
Isn't that too? So for someone like me, I just get caught up in all those details and I just get overwhelmed.
Do it to the ones which you don't get overwhelmed with. If you get overwhelmed, just stop this at the level where you don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah, because I mean, I look at that and to provide features for a targeted audience and then features for a lead and features for a prospect.
So if somebody approach you with a proposal to do something for your business, please consider on a back of napkins answering this question. Does this make sense for your business? For me, I do have one like this. For every product, for my mobile app, I do have one like this. For my website, I do have one like this. And when I want to create a different website, I have to go back and revisit it. Because if I have one like this for every single level in a folder, I can give you the folder and sell you the business. This is the playbook. This is what I call a playbook of a business. What you do, why you doing it, what's the features of doing it. So if you get overwhelmed of doing at lower level, it's okay, don't get overwhelmed. Just focus towards the customer here, because you will find out that if I want to advance you from here to here, I have to hook you with the benefit and get your money by selling you the features. Getting your money or getting your email worth money, or getting your phone number worth money, that's right. So whatever value I will get from you, I have to show you the features. You provide me your email and you will get this ebook. And then I will send you an email saying, what about participate in this workshop? What about participate in this free seminar? What about downloading this new book? What downloading this? So all of these actions, when they provide you token in exchange or action exchange, it's like money. Make sense? Okay, so if you did this exercise to your main product or one of these upselling product or the main products here, you should go and consider 3-tier packages. So if I have a webinar or I have a seminar and I am selling my webinar, for example, I can have a 3-tier packages. Tier number 1, people will attend having the learning. Tier number 2, people will ask questions in the last half an hour. Tier number 3, you will have a 1-hour preparation or 1-hour post to customize the results for you. I'm doing it on my feet right now. But do you agree that you can receive between $1, $5 to $20 on these tiers? Do you agree that I can come and say I will give you a 1-hour webinar for $1? If you want to stay and ask me a question for the next hour, it will be $5. And if you want to have a strategy session either before or after the webinar, you pay me $20. Do you agree that there's potential customers out there could pay for these 3 tiers.
Yes.
Which one you should buy, you should sell the most? The middle one. The middle one is the one which we will look to sell the most, not the upselling and not the lower selling. If I go to a different language, I say, I will give you a free webinar. You can pay me $1 to come for another half an hour for one-on-one interaction. And you know what? It's $5 to give you a 1-hour customizable solution to your problem. However, if you will not pay prior to the webinar, it will be $10. And you have to trust me. So this is a model to sell and monetize webinars. And there are individuals around who will sell 2 hours to 3 hours webinar for $10, for 10 euros. And they get between 400 to 1,000 member attendees at a time. And this is all what they have.
It's all they do.
All they do. And they get speakers to join these particular live webinars. That's it. But in the back end, they run a very sophisticated email collection systems that it costs them more than $20,000 a month to run. So these people are not making $40,000 a webinar every week.
No.
They spend $20,000 on the back end to be able to get this information. So it's not a free business.
Right.
There's some cost attached to it.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So what I would like you to do today is, if we have an offer here, which is apparently almost everybody has an offer here. If we have this offer here, what exactly you need to do to walk somebody from here to this offer without getting into details? So for example, I will send an email. How many emails you want to send? 1 or 2 or 3. We are not getting into how the emails will be written. I will do here a webinar or a seminar. We are not getting into the logic of the webinar seminar. We'll do this later on next time, and we'll do this on Saturday. So if I'm launching my business in the 90 days, and by the end of this 90 days, which will be end of March, I would like to have my product out. What should I do here to attract people to buy what I will have in March? What I will have in March, not today. Make sense? And
It's a little overwhelming, because we see the timeline, or we see the project. What we don't see, I guess in my mind, is the steps to do that. Because you're talking about a 2-month process there, which is very interesting.
It's 90 days process.
90 days process.
Yes. You are just starting with us the 90 days process. But we designed the process. We designed the targets.
Yeah.
Last year, so I can give you the booklets for it, and I can run you through it.
Huh.
Because it has a 8 weeks.
So why a 90-day process to close a client?
Because it takes more than 8 weeks to launch a new product.
Oh, a new product.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or to shift the current product you have.
Oh,
This is how long will it take?
is that right?
Because people will not move less than a weekly matter. So away from the week time, which one of these you would like to have here to send it to your target audience? So can you have an inventory of a plan? Because here we talk about blogs, industry report, ebooks, chapters, newsletter, podcast, information videos, tweet, posts or pulse. We talk about articles. We talk about flyers. Which one of these you can work on it to show us a draft on Saturday morning? Because we are meeting again Saturday, because we meet every other Monday and every other Saturday. So which one of these do you would like to work on it?
That's part of the sales process that I hadn't even thought of.
This is what they call it info product selling.
Yeah.
So can you pick up one here, one from this? If, for example, you have an ebook already, okay, you should say, okay, I have the ebook and it's ready.
Nope.
If you have, if you want to have if you have the website and you want to add a blog, what can you say? Okay, I will do a blog.
I don't have that.
You don't have the website or the blog?
I don't have a website. No.
Okay.
No. I don't have a blog either. Sorry.
If you don't have a car, you don't have a car key. Okay, well, I understand this. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly. Anyway, I mean, all I've been using right at the moment is I created a Facebook page for the business called Python Signals Canada.
It's a business page?
I think it's a business page, but again, I don't know. I just created, have my own personal page, and then I just created another page, and I called it Python Signals Canada, and put it up, and put in, you know, appropriate articles or things in there, and
so what's
what's
holding you from having a website?
Just the tools of doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. I just it's kind of the cart before the horse. I've been thinking about having one created. So that would be Python Signals Canada, and it will be different than the other one that I use.
Which one of these you can host it? Because you can host a blog on your Facebook page. Because you can write an article on your Facebook page, right?
Well, that's the next thing. I have no clue how to write an article. I plagiarize. I steal stuff from other people.
How many pain points do you have?
How many what?
Pain point do you have?
Pain points? The pain for the clients or me?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. The pain points I had in here was they're trying to recover. They're struggling. They want to rebuild their wealth. They want to.
Okay, there's a blog right there.
Okay, so let's run you quickly through how through our template of writing. Okay.
Okay.
So the first things we write, we say, what are you writing? What are you sharing?
What am I sharing?
Then, why? Okay. Then, how I can apply it.
So what are you sharing? Why are you sharing it?
Why it's important for me to know. So pick up a pain point you have.
Okay. I have to write these down. I'm a slow learner here. And then, how can
I apply?
I apply or the client?
The client.
How can the client apply?
So, what's a pain point?
Okay, apply it. Okay, the pain point is.
Read one from yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's your heading? What is the pain?
We will get from the pain point. So what's the pain point?
So pain point for a lot of people right now is they've got.
No, which one did you write? Just read
it's. I'm trying to elaborate on that point. It's
No, we just need the point.
Okay, if you're trying to build wealth in the late stages of life, you just didn't do a very good job.
So if I say what, the title might be building.
Yeah.
Wealth.
Yeah.
After 50?
Yeah. Or building wealth.
Late. We just use this language. We just use this language, man. Use this language, man.
Yeah.
Don't be creative. Use this language in life.
Right. Yeah.
Why is it important for me to know about this topic?
Why is it important?
If you cannot say it's important to know about this topic, you don't need to write about it.
Right. Well, I know it's important, but I'm just kind of my brain just is going blank because I guess I'm on the spot. I lose my creative juices.
No, it's okay. All what you need to do is when you go around in your car, you record on your phone answers to these questions.
Right.
So why is it important to know building wealth in late stage in life is important? Because we did all of our mistakes in our years. We had some of us has a mid career, mid age or whatever crisis.
We made a lot of mistakes.
No, we had the mid whatever crisis, mid age or mid career.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And we end up being close to retirement.
Yeah.
or within retirement, and we have very little gas in our bank to keep our lifestyle right now.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is this why it's important for me to know about this topic?
Yes.
Now, how can I apply it? Through this blog, I will share with you methodologies, techniques, ideas, brainstorming, fictions, whatever you are sharing,
Through this blog.
or through this video clip, or through this through whatever,
Mm-hmm.
blank, I am sharing with you system or a methodology or ideas or philosophy how to build wealth and maximize wealth in later stage life. How many lines do we have right now? How many words do we have right now?
I'm writing them best I can.
No, but how many words do you have? Because how big is the blog?
I don't know.
From 500 words to 2,000 words.
Oh, okay.
So how many words do you have right now, roughly?
Probably 150.
Okay, and if you make them,
Elaborate on a little bit.
okay,
Yeah.
then we will ask specific question. Who, which we call them the 5W, but not because my name starts with W, but we call them the 5W, is who, when, where, why, and what. And this question, this is our words to start a question. Okay? So now, if you want to continue the drill of thought, what is building wealth in late stage in life? Who wants to build wealth in later stage in life? When you should start building wealth in later stage in life? Where can you build, or where building wealth in later stage in life? And then why building wealth in later stage in life? If you create another what, and then like what is the first step, what is the second step, what is the third step?
Yeah.
Can you understand now what's your role?
Yeah.
Is to answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions. Then
Okay, so it should be who needs to be building their wealth in the late stages of life?
yeah, but you don't ask the question. You say people in 50 years plus in this part. So when you write it, you don't ask the question. Like
Well, I thought that'd be a great way to do it.
the questions is the template in the margin,
Uh-huh.
and the write up here is the actual video clip or video education
Right.
or blog or podcast or presentation. Okay? Now, you can have images.
Mhm.
You can have video clips. You can have images. You can have graphs.
So you jump back to the what, who, and when. So how can I apply it? He's got what is?
What is building wealth in later stage?
Okay. But how should the sentence?
The answer for this question is what will matter in the so this is the template questions that if I answer, I should have a complete page of a blog.
Complete questions. Okay.
That's right.
I never know how to phrase the questions. I get stuck on that. I look at it and go, like in his context, building wealth in later stage. So
What does it mean? What is building wealth in a later stage? So here I will talk about the topic. What is the topic?
okay.
Building wealth in a later stage.
Okay.
It's an important topic to know about
Mhm.
because blah 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 blah. Or you should know about it because blah 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 blah. You justify your why.
Okay.
Why you should know. And the learning, and by acknowledging, by being aware of this building wealth in later stage in life, will help you to achieve 1 to 3. This how can I apply it? So whenever you start discussion with anybody, you, okay, this is what I want to talk about. It's important for you to know this because 1, 2, 3, and you can learn from this how you can apply it.
So we get into the how can I apply it?
This topic.
I understand that, but how do you phrase the questions for those last 5?
Now I will jump into the content. So this is the introduction
Right.
paragraph. This is the intro,
Right.
and this now the content.
Right.
So the content will come by answering simply 5 W questions. You can answer more than these questions. You can answer you can answer what's the value, but now so
I don't understand what question to ask for what question to ask for who.
The first question will be,
What is building wealth?
what is building wealth in lead life? Can you define it now? What does it mean?
I've already. Sorry, go ahead, answer.
So
Building wealth in late stage of life means
I'm missing something here because I'll go, what is building wealth? And I'll go, who is building wealth?
Yeah,
what is building wealth?
that's good. What is building wealth? This is a question mark.
Okay.
Answer it now. Building wealth in life means, or building wealth in life
Well, what does
is.
it mean?
What is building wealth in life? In late stage in life.
Yeah, it could just be in life. You don't even need the late stage. Now you can expand it to a wider audience.
Okay, what is building wealth, or what does it mean? Okay.
What does it mean? Can you give us examples?
Who
Give us an example. Let's answer it. Let's try to answer the question.
Okay, what does it mean?
Does it mean financial security? Does it mean sustainable? Does it mean keeping your current lifestyle?
See, how did you get there? I don't understand how you made that jump. You started spewing answers that hadn't even come to my head.
Because I look for.
So I'm missing. The
You cannot be me. You cannot be me.
But I want to follow your connection because I'm not seeing the connection between the words and where you go for your answers.
I'm looking for this quadrant.
Okay, what does building wealth mean?
Building wealth for relationship means what? I will keep doing what I'm doing. I will feel good about the financial status right now. I have more money than what I have. I can create more future money than what I have. I have immediate access to resources to allow me to get what's my desire and my need. And I have a process in place to leave behind. I have process in place to keep growing, although I'm in a late stage in life. This is how my mind is programming. After 3.5 years, I applied this in my life. So whenever I get stuck in who is building wealth in later stage in life? Who can be?
Go back to the who's.
I go back here. I say who can be? A process guy would be like an engineer.
Right.
A relationship guy can be like somebody, single mom, spend all of her life and her kids, like empty nesters they call them, and she doesn't have anything to go. A wealthy man who lost his money, or a wealthy greedy man, or somebody who really cannot control her desires, or whatever it is, whatever this will give me as a feeling, I can say, here is the who.
And you see, none of those who's really meant anything to me.
So who should build wealth in their late life, in their late stage in life, for you?
I would say those that don't feel that their retirement income will sustain them.
Awesome. Can you elaborate on it? So this is middle class, or these people who work and they didn't have retirement plans to sustain their current living style. Awesome.
Or those that have made mistakes or lost money in the real estate markets.
Awesome. So these are 2 or 3 types of audience who should listen to this video or read this blog, whatever, okay? Okay? That's awesome. This is the whole thing.
And then when?
When people will start to build wealth in their life. So when could be when they are in a specific state, when they realize something.
So immediately my mind would go, when should you start building wealth in later stages in life?
The simplest answer is immediately right
Right
now.
now.
Okay? However,
is that the answer we're shooting for?
there is no right, there is no answer, there is no target answer, there is no right answer. You are writing an original blog. So if you say people immediately should consider building wealth right now, or I will say when people have an opportunity in front of them and they should not give up sleep and look around for opportunities to evaluate. So when they have an opportunity to catch tooth and hang around it, both of them are two completely right answers, and they can be in the same blog or whatever it is. Now, where they build their wealth, could they build their wealth? They can build their wealth in Calgary, they build it in their home, they can build it online. Where is very open.
Yeah.
They can also build it in their brain and mindset, and they will never have a real cash, but they can have the mentality of, which is I'm a woo stuff now, okay, I'm a woo guy now. So when you look at where, you try to go beyond the, knowledge, the limitation of the world. Where can you build wherever? In 4216, 12th Street Northeast, which is right here, this is where they can build their knowledge, and you will have a small safe for them. It could be a valid argument, right?
Yeah.
Why they need to consider this?
Because no one's going to take care of you late in life.
This is reason number one. Can you think about another reason?
Quality of your relationships with the people around you are enhanced by having some wealth at each stage of life.
So this is the second reason.
Right.
Can you think about third reason?
For why?
For why? Yeah. If you said I cannot think about third reason, it doesn't matter. We have two reasons are enough.
Right.
Now, how you convey the message better? So did you get it till now? Are you following?
No, I missed out on the why. What? So the question should be, why should I build wealth?
Yes. So one answer was, if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else is around. Another answer is, your surrounding is a function of how much wealth. You are not a socialist, my friend.
I know.
So you cannot run for the new congressman now. No, like this is why. The second one is the surrounding and is function of that. The third one is your lifestyle can get impacted. You may have to downsize. You may have to emotionally hurt before living a good habit you like.
Yeah.
So this could be the third question, the third things. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you now understand the framework? This is a framework. This is not a right answer.
This is
Now, how can we elaborate on this? People likes what? What we used to do 10 years ago?
Tell stories.
Around what? 10 years ago. We sit in a circle. That's why I'm saying it so you'll never forget it. We sit in a circles around the fire. Tell each one will tell the next guy a story. That's why we need to have stories, and we need to have testimonials. Can we have a story, or one or two or three story for within the answer of each of these questions? Can you have one each question? It will be too much, okay, but can. Yes. How we structure the story? Very straightforward. Do you know the stool in the bar? Now we're coming from the fire to the bar. Do you know the stool in the bar?
Yeah, stool at the bar, yeah.
How many legs a stool can stand? How many?
You must have a minimum of 3 legs.
So the first leg is pain point.
Right.
The second leg is defining moment.
Yeah.
The third leg is the happy outcome.
Right.
And you want to be fancy? Call it 3D defining moment. So can you come in the what? Building wealth in later stage means have enough resources to survive in the next 20 to 30 years. And Bob the Great, Bob Jr. II the Great, when he was sitting in Michigan, out of his door, asked himself, why I'm in this filthy clothes, looking at everybody around him smells better than him because he doesn't have enough money to shower, to buy water to shower. And he realized that if he can pick up the dirt and sell it, or if he can guide people to where the dirt is, he can make enough money. and he start to just point out to people where to go to the dirt, and he start to accumulate $1 each. After 1,000 hours, he got $1,000, so he was able to have a shower, and he left happy a year after. Do you like this story? It has pain points.
Yep. As a defining moment.
So if I have a Porsche in front of my door,
Yep.
or a window in front of my house,
Yeah.
I will relate to Bob. Okay? If people can relate these pain points, where we got the pain point from? What do you have in your sheet here?
All these pain points that I pointed out earlier.
There is no magic, that's right?
Right.
And then why they decided on to change? Why they decided? When they decided? So if you want to talk about where online, you get the happy outcome from the online. The 3D defining moment means you take them through a 3D dimension. So you don't say Bob sit on the table and he find out he will do 1, 2, 3. You say he will sit on the table was marble top, there was this scratch, it will touch, when he run his hand, it will scratch his skin, and the guy came in and he threw the beer in his face, it will smell so beery. I don't know if there's a word called beery or not, but the beer will smell so strong, and he catch the glass, he get it in his mouth, and he, I think now I have to change. People will conquer with you when you be 3D. It's all framework. There is nothing here called magic. There is no creativity here.
Right.
The creativity is how to illustrate this creative work. So having stories, the difference between a story and testimonial, the story is he, the testimonial is I. That's it. But the testimonial must have pain point, defining moment, happy outcome. So how many of this set you can do in a blog or an article? If you want to explain to us a step-by-step program, what is the step-by-step program? Who can apply it? Where, when, and why? We never talk about how. And you give a story, you give a testimonial, you can have a video, you can have images, you can have graphs. That's right? Then you will conclude or we call it conclusion. In this article, we teach you what it was important because, and this is how you can apply it. So you repeat the intro in the conclusion.
Right.
That's it.
And how you apply it. Go back to Greek.
This is how you.
Sorry?
How it's the last one?
I just remembered it. This is grade 10 English composition, and I just realized I flunked.
English is my third language, so you don't get English words from me, okay?
Yeah. What
So-
I meant was in composition. I remember I had to write essays or whatever. And it was all this was composition. How do you structure it? And I struggled. I don't know why I struggled so much in school. And now that's why I just noticed today. Why am I struggling with this? Oh yeah.
The only thing you
It's
remember,
easy once I get it, but
the only two things you remember here is you remember the fire 10,000 years ago,
Mhm.
story testimonials.
Mhm.
You remember the stool,
Mhm.
pain point, defining moment, happy outcome. That's it.
That's right.
Now,
And when I do verbal presentations, I often those things come in naturally because I know that when you ground it in truth and story.
it cannot come naturally. It must come planned because if I conquer with your if I relate to your pain point
Right,
and I desire your happy outcome,
right,
I will go through the defining moment, which is joining your program.
right.
So if I want to seed preceding my program or seeding my program, I will say Joe Lablaze has this pain point. Do you agree you have it? Yes. And he was looking for this happy outcome. Do you like it? Yes. He joined my program. What you will do now, kid? I'm joining your program.
Okay.
Full stop. No, this is no creativity. This is when people come to me, oh, I know how to stand on the stage and talk. I'm public speaking. Good for you.
But you don't have that.
You cannot
direction.
sell.
Yeah, you're not selling.
Sorry, yes, Marian.
Sorry, yeah.
The last one was how you apply.
The same one. How you can apply.
Okay.
and sometimes they don't. They call it conclusion, and sometimes they call it final thoughts. So the question is, if I can grab you from your seat, put you behind the camera, and ask you, can you talk on Grabesh, Ravesh, Mandesh? Can you talk about that? Can you talk about Grabesh, Vandesh, Mandesh? Yes, you can. What is Grabesh, Vandesh, Mandesh? Who is saying it? When they say it? Where and why? And you can tell stories on that. When I used to run workshops here,
Yeah.
I will ask people to bring the most awkward or strange words they ever see. And we put 5 words together. And we say, okay, let's now spend 20 minutes writing a story on these 5 words. Yeah. And sometimes we come up with the words and say, what does it mean? No, it doesn't have a meaning. It doesn't need to have a meaning. Can you define it here?
Yeah.
And you say why important, you learn about it, and how you can use it in your life. And people will come out, this will be a concept, this will be a trip, this will be a location, this will be a practice, this will be a habit. Can you keep the illustration? So I can basically, if somebody come and ask you a question anywhere on a podcast, please remember the 5W. Remember, anytime you talk to anybody, you tell them what, why is important, how they can use it, and you need to conclude with the same. You remember the 5W questions, and you remember the fire, so you remember the story, and you remember the
Outcome.
The stool.
Yeah, the stool.
The stool. That's it. There is no. You cannot say, oh, I don't know what to. I don't know what to say. Does it make sense?
It makes sense.
Can you apply it?
Yes. Yes.
So can we expect from you on Saturday to give us either a video clip or a 500 to 1,000 words on each one of the pain points you have here?
The answer is going to be at this point no, and the reason is I need I'm a slow processor of new information, so I need maybe to have this go through this again. That's just the way I process.
It doesn't matter. Well, I will send you the videos.
So the answer would be no for Saturday. However, it's not saying no. Period.
I would challenge you. I would challenge you to just pick up one of the pain points you have here.
Yeah.
Take your phone.
Yeah. And
record in this sequence 1 or 2 clips and give it to us to listen to it on Saturday. Because if somebody who comes go, what you do? You say, this is what I'm doing. It's important for people for so and so. They can apply it in this way. And here is the steps, who can use it, when, where, and why. So in conclusion, this is what we do. So this is called copywriting. And there are people who charge you lots of money for doing it. And they start to pick up when you write these words, you go back to the quadrant with the colors to make sure the different triggers are there. That's right. So there are lots of stages to it. However, if I do it for you and I put it on your website and people will meet you in the conference and they don't have the same words from you, there will be a flaw. They will not buy. That's why I don't believe in copywriting other than me understanding how they copyright. Then they can do it because I don't have time, but they need to come from me. Make sense?
Yeah.
Mike, are you lost or not yet?
No, I think I got it.
Okay. So what we want to do is we want to figure out by Friday, by coming Saturday, what are we doing to reach these people? So here's a blog. So can you elect to do one of these? Can you elect do one of these landing pages or emails? Can you elect, if you want to elect do a webinar, I will help you out on Saturday. if you want to elect to do any of these functionalities. So we would like to see one step to the other till it leads to your program here. Make sense?
For some reason, I'm in overwhelmment. Don't know why.
No, you are overwhelmed because it's
and it's okay to be in overwhelmed.
It's a different.
Yeah,
different mindset. It's a mind shift.
Yeah, it is, and I find for myself, one lady worked with me in energy work. She says, "You're a slow processor." I said, "Yeah."
Change that belief.
Huh?
Change that belief.
Yeah, it takes me a while to wrap my head around it. Once I do, I got it. Then it's like
Okay.
it was like
So-
yesterday.
I feel you. I've been there a long
You've been
time.
there
I wanna tell you one thing.
Mhm.
People will come to me and say, "Can we get your recording?" I said, "Yeah, with pleasure. I will give you a username and password. You can access my 4,000 hours of videos. I don't care. Can you guide us through your recording? With pleasure. Can you give us your handout? Sometimes I don't give a handout online, but I give it in person. Then I can give you my handout. Figure it out. I give you the video associated with it. Figure it out. You will not change. You will not do an extra
Not until
step
you do it.
because to be able to, like
Yeah.
Mike said it,
Yeah.
I don't know how you come up with the information. You need to understand that this is a habit.
Right.
It needs to be reinforced, re-emphasized.
And you've
So-
got to have the courage to fail at it.
and you have to have the courage to apply it.
Right.
So when Mike came and said, "Okay, so how it come you can see all of these questions here and I cannot see it?" I said, very straightforward. Whenever I feel stuck, I shift my mind to the values trigger. Whenever I get stuck, I shift my thoughts into the micro level, the pain point. What does it mean in this framework? That's it. And then I start to figure out there are lots of things we can say. What XYZ about? Oh, for dollar value means lots of good things. For relationship means XYZ relation. For process, for these things is not rocket science. It's just a framework you applied. And we have 3,000 words on each one of these. There are lots of vocabulary around these. It has much more. So when people come and say, "No, it's 3 to 6 months engagement. It's up to 1 year engagement." I have somebody with me for 4 years and 9 months. And he said like he liked it too much to want to be always involved. So I wouldn't say no for money, right? You know?
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying this, and I'm learning a lot here. I'm just at a question where I got to step back and I have to go back. I want to really delve into this now, get that, so I get real comfortable with that. Then I move to the next stage. But I just barely wrapping my head around the 4 quadrants, then throwing it into all of this. I go.
Because you are trying to look at the 4 quadrant not as a tool. You are trying to use the 4 quadrant as a piece of knowledge. The 4 quadrants are not piece of knowledge at this stage for you.
They're just a tool.
They're just a tool. The tool shows what? Shows that everything in our surrounding can be explained with 4 mutual exclusive sentences defining mutual exclusive pain and the mutual exclusive benefit to trigger 4 different buttons which are mutually exclusive. And you concatenate them by semicolon, comma, and whatever language you know of English language, you can concatenate them. So this is the framework, full stop. Who here, why, it's not the goal of this particular presentation. There is a complete course called the Beat Guide, which is some. So whenever we come and say, we always relate to this one. There's a few principles we always relate to. So you shouldn't stuck to understand more here. Then these are 4 different facets to look at one object or one problem or one topic using 4 different mutual exclusive benefit or 4 mutual exclusive pain point or 4 mutual exclusive description.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Yeah.
You concatenate you concatenate the four mutual exclusive sections, and when the concatenations, you can trigger each one in this domain.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you are stuck. You say, I don't know how to write.
Mm-hmm.
This is how people write. This is how you should record your videos,
Mm-hmm.
not your webinars. Your webinars will be different because in the webinars there will be an offer. We can talk. I can show you the sequences for webinar. But if you want to have like info videos, this is a very easy framework to use. What you will talk about, why is it important, how can you apply it. There are people who say what will happen or what's the disadvantage if you don't do action, of if you don't apply this, what will happen, which is I don't know. You know, and then no, like, and then you should answer 5 W's question. There's people who say whose and what benefit, and yeah, you can add more questions if you have time. However, if you say I will answer each question in 2 minutes or in 1 minute. So I have 1 minute here, 1 minute here, 1 minute here. 5 questions time 1 minute. This will be 8 minutes.
Oh, I screwed this up.
And then the conclusion will be 2 minutes. So this should give you a 10 minutes of video or audio without elaborating with the stories and testimonials. If I come and say I will add a story and testimonial, each one will be 1 minute, 1 minute and a half, or will be 2 minutes in total. I will add 5 stories time 2 minutes is 10 minutes plus 10 minutes is 20 minutes video. Can you do on the fly 20-minute video? Yes.
Probably.
Not probably, yes. Using this framework.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Can you do 30 minutes videos? Yes. I will basically tell 2 stories or longer story.
Right.
Can you do 1 hour? Yes.
Yes, just keep adding more. Yeah, just elaborate more on each area.
How many minutes you need to spend to prepare for it?
This a lot.
No.
No?
No. Because if you write the questions in front of your eyes, all what you need to do to have the confidence of just answering them. That's it. And if you don't like the answer, you clap, you repeat another answer. That's it. You don't. We don't. We are not. We don't do narrations. We don't read our scripts.
Right.
We speak it from the heart.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
I won't be here Sunday. I have a workshop.
Yeah, I know you have a workshop. So what did you learn today and how you can use it?
Oh, it was really good to review it again. It's always good to review it, but really looking more at everything that I offered, at features and benefits, benefits and features. Going over it and see where I can improve, you know, on the website and in my packages, because I realized the package has still a lot of features. So
It's amazing, yeah. You were saying yours has a lot of features, and I was focused today, and I've always been taught to focus on the benefits.
yeah, well, but
You focus on the benefit, but you cannot ask for the price without the feature.
yeah,
I'll give you a good example.
Yeah.
Can you write me a check for $1,000 for the knowledge you received today? You will say no.
That's right.
But if I tell you, you will come here, you will have 20 hours worth of introductions
Yeah.
and interactions,
Right.
plus you will have access to these video clips, plus. Are you willing to put $1,000 a month for the next 12 months?
The more probable answer would be yes.
This is the whole.
Yeah.
So I'm applying it on you to
Right.
make sure not to put you on the spot.
No, I understand.
I'm applying it on you to show you like benefits. You gain the knowledge. Do you agree the knowledge today you never heard about is a brand new knowledge for you?
Most of it's brand new knowledge. Yeah.
So how are you applying this knowledge? or what did you learn? What is stand out for you today, and how you will apply it?
Okay. What I learned today, I want to go back and look at the corporate PowerPoint presentation that they're currently using, because very soon I'm going to be using it. I'm going to be looking at it and saying, what can I get rid of that is not following these principles, and what can I add to make it more effective? That's the first thing. As I said, I've always had the tendency to take other people's information and get the basics and then tweak it to my personality, as opposed to create something from scratch. That's probably what overwhelmed me here. This is creating something from scratch.
But the dangerous in what you said here,
Uh-huh.
if this is your personality
Uh-huh.
and you tweak it to your own personality,
Uh,
you are leaving. Your personality is two of these, but they just
Yeah.
use as one as dominant.
Right.
You are leaving three quadrant, and if your personality is 22% of us are process, you are leaving 78%
Mm-hmm.
not related to you.
Right. Fair enough. The PowerPoint presentation that I have that was created by the corporation.
Bring it and let me
Let's critique it.
not critique it. Let me just show you where this can go to the next level.
Okay. Maybe that would be a better approach for me for Saturday.
Okay, that's good.
I'll bring that.
Yeah.
And
And do your homework on it
Yeah.
and bring it, and we can look at it, and I can share with you a complete sequence.
because that probably would be more constructive for me, because I'm working with something that I kind of know, and then I can that would help me a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. I mean, if people don't mind, that would be great.
No, it's Saturdays are
I
working
would
group.
still encourage you to take one of those blog points, one of those pin points,
Mm-hmm.
because that's a stretch for me too,
Yeah.
and I'd like to.
And just work on it. Just
Yeah.
make an
Because
attempt.
if we do it as in the framework that he showed there,
Mm-hmm.
what is the pain point?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it important that we address it?
Mm-hmm.
And then go through all those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we just voice it
Mm-hmm.
into a recording,
Right. Right.
then our thought process is going to start taking us down that road that we're going to be able to do it
Mm-hmm.
more readily when
Yeah.
anyone asks us a question.
Just give it a try. It's an exercise.
Yeah, it's an
If
exercise.
If it's
Yeah.
wrong, then you still learn from it.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So it's just.
Yeah. I guess where I would be, and
'Cause
as
you've
opposed
got-
to video recording, I would do it in typing, because that's
However you want to feel it.
however I feel comfortable with. The point was is I have tend to be a bit of a perfectionist, so I got to get it right and I got to get it perfect.
That's why I said we're a lot alike.
And as soon as you went into, can you deliver that on Saturday? I'm like, no, because I bought it to be perfect.
And that's why I encourage you to challenge it
Yeah.
on a voice recording,
Yeah.
because I'm going to do the same, because then it's going to start getting us into the habit of overcoming that perfectionism
Right.
and just getting shit done.
Right. Right.
So you can basically on Mike's stage you can say, what is T4 form? Why is it important to know about T4 form? And if I know about T4 form and its importance, I will do it. I will be ready for it on time. What is HST GST? Why I have to learn about GST HST? Because there's a government obligations, and if you don't do actions on it, they may give you a
You go
call
to
like
jail.
the calls they give me today. Okay. And how can you apply it? The minute you understand the value, you make a decision. Either you go $30,000 more and you sign up for a GST or not. What is xylophone or what is guitar? Why is it important for you to know about guitar? Because when you learn about guitar sounds and you find the guitar sound, you will appreciate the sound, okay? And it's how you can use this knowledge. It will give you the features you look for in songs about guitar, and then you can look at the players who will control the whole band. What about drum? Drum, I'm talking to you about drum. It's important for you to know about drum because drum for belly dancers is the clock which adjusts the whole band behind her. And how you can apply for it, if you always want to understand when the movement will change, you always give a more sound to the drum. Give me any topic, I can talk about it. Now,
Wow.
this is valuable for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I'm not an expert, but I can always drive their attention to something, and they can go figure the expert if I'm not the expert. I'm not here claiming any expertise. I
No,
can.
no.
if you have kids, this is the way I talk with my kids. Oh, can you come now? Why should I come now? Say, yeah, because we want to do this. And when we get together, we do this, we go to the mall, what will happen? And when you come, so I do this exactly with the kid. He will follow. Is there anything else you want to add about what you learned today?
Nope.
Was it a good use of your time coming today for 6 hours?
It was. Yeah.
Other than the lunch?
Yeah, no, the lunch was great. No, I was I got into overwhelmment here, and my gut just started turning. And, you know, it's a trigger mechanism. There's something going on in the subconscious too, going on here too. Anyway.
You know, we're so much alike.
So, Mike, what did you learn today, and how you use it?
I learned that I'm not alone. I'm not alone when it comes to mastering this material.
Oh God, no.
And you shouldn't look at mastering. You should just look at how to use it, and we can fix it. We can
Or
make
adapt to this material because it's so different than what we've been, we've been schooled at or what we've learned slowly through our lives, and all of a sudden this just kind of brings on a total different shift. And the market has shifted, the way people accept and they buy things, right? So now it's more of an appreciation of what we're doing, why they need it, and how we're the right choice for them to work with, right?
Yeah.
And once we master this shift, I look at all the people that have worked around YL and I look at the other people that haven't worked around YL. They're not going to get the outcome that they're looking for because they missed this, and this, right?
Right.
They're only speaking to their own little tight little niche instead of the whole room. So half the other people are going, I don't get it because you didn't address it.
Right.
Now with these questions, now you kind of hit those 4 quadrants. The 4 quadrants really. Now when you're in the audience, you go, oh, identify with that, and if the other person goes, I don't get it, and later on they go, oh, that's so cool.
Well, ironically, thank you for bringing that up because tonight at 8 o'clock, my partner in San Francisco, Randy, is doing the live webinar. He's been doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday for 3 months. Okay, so he's got this thing down, and he knows how to create the story and create the pain.
So get me the MP3 file of his. I will put it through our system, and I will show you what he misses.
Awesome.
No, seriously, it's just.
I can just email that to you.
No
problem.
It's very like I can sit with you and I can show you how you can first of all, there is nothing wrong. Like he is doing an awesome job.
Yeah. Overall, doing awesome.
But there is ways to lift this to the next level. Like if you look at Tony Robbins, who's the biggest speaker of our time, Tony Robbins will never tell you a story without telling you why he's telling you this story. And I challenged him a couple of times because he has 8 stories identified. The learning from the 8 stories do not relate about why he's telling us the story. But because he say why, he frame in your mind to expect this. Sorry, Mike, so how you apply this?
Well, I want to go through the same process. Take and that's why I wanted to do the website today because it's not really a sellable product, but it's a viewable product, which in itself sells who I am.
Yeah.
So by using that context and now building my pain points around this, maybe it'll.
Sure. So do it and let's discuss it Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll be here Saturday. So.
Okay. So what time on Saturday?
9 to noon.
9 to noon.
Yeah.
I gotta get up. Hey, I'm semi-retired. I don't get up before 10.
Are we going to wrestling on Friday night?
Is it going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wrestling? What, old WWF type stuff? Or?
Old Stampede Wrestling.
Oh, it's coming back, is it?
I'm working to help bring it back.
Oh, are you? Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of information, and it's. I'm the kind of guy like to process it 2, 3, 4 times, and then it all gets tied together. But it'll come. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I like where it's going.
What I'm saying here, my final message to you is, everything you do in marketing and sales is a process. Is like a play. Every slip is accounted for. There is a master scene, there is a play written, And all what we do is we act to it. There is no creativity. There is no creativity whatsoever. If you know, you say objections, you say there is your motto, there is your morals, there's few things, but they are not more than 20% of the pie. The
Right.
80%,
Right.
it's a process, so
Right.
it's a framework. So.
Yep.
Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.